Those are huge. Oh my god. Oh. Hello, today we're going to be watching Vita Carnis. It's this analog horror series that came out like a year ago. There's quite a few to choose from. I'm quite intimidated by Meat Snake. Because what the freak is that? Is it a nickname? Huh? Because that sounds like a porn star name. Meat Snake. I'm just saying. Immediately I don't like the noises. It sounds like a gooey monster just touching itself, you know, just feeling about. Uncivil.
The meat snake. The meat snake is a worm-like creature made of a...
See, why does it look like that, huh? Because that looks like a penis, alright? Like, they know what they're doing. What have you got me watching, man?
Variety of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane.
Ugh. That is
Its
grim.
size varies during its lifespan,
I mean, it's kind of cool, but grim.
depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length.
Hey, let's go.
Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although, under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length.
More than 5
The meat
meters.
snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake is incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism.
Okay. Well, that's nice to know, you know.
The meat snake allocates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its environment.
Oh, hence the name.
sensors catch
Okay.
particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby. This process shares many similarities to regular snakes, hence the meat snake's name.
Well, yeah.
Once it locates
It's quite
the
cool.
corpse,
Look at
the
it, it's
meat snake
massive.
will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole. Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin, and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible. After that, the remaining
I've got to
flesh
say, the
and
diagrams
bones
are
will move
very
along
cool.
the meat snake's tract and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake.
So with each meal it gets bigger. What if this thing's having like 5 meals a day? You know, it's bulking, huh? 100 feet? 200 feet? 300? Thanks for that.
Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding to what that one has consumed. During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed.
That's cool.
A
Alright.
meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years. The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals.
Why?
The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coating.
Oh, great. 1 second, guys.
Interestingly, the meat snake
That's
is the only
massive,
member of the
man.
Carnis family that is able to reproduce. When a meat snake reaches an excessive size, and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now 2 meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as 2 distinct organisms. Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold.
So most of the
Population
planet.
depends entirely on the amount of corpses available. Where there is death, there are meat snakes.
So everywhere.
Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products.
That's
The
true.
preserving fluid
That's
within
true,
the meat
because
snake's
apparently they
body
don't eat
disinfects
living
the
things.
carrion, preventing the spread of disease. Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the
Okay.
battlefield to dispose
I like
of
how it's now
festering
selling the
bodies and
idea
parts,
to me.
and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals.
That's quite cool.
They
I mean,
are
they still
extremely
look
tame,
like a
not
massive
caring of
penis,
any
but you know, that's
creatures
besides the
around them,
point.
only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This means they are very easy to tame.
Okay.
Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature with a very interesting
Look
way
at
of
it.
sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell.
The smell.
Our next creature is the mimic.
The mimic. Okay, that was really cool. I like these, you know, it's like a little lesson. and they've got all the little drawings, and they look really realistic. It looks sick. And then they try and sell the idea to you. You're like, well, hang on, let me pitch the meat snake to you, yeah? Now, I know there's like an order. I mean, I did the lazy thing and just picked the first one that was there, but it did say the mimic, and the mimic looked kind of cool. So maybe we'll just skip a few and then come on back, yeah? Alright.
The mimic.
Ooh. Right, straight away, no. This guy tries telling me, oh, it's good for society. No!
The mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy. They greatly resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features. These features include extended finger length, longer limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile. Although it resembles a happy face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped.
Right, so they're evil. Great. Good to know. Great.
The maw of the mimic contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat.
Got the lovely music, biting down onto meat. Yep. And swallowing chunks. Great.
The diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
Yeah, see, this one doesn't have the nice tone that the other one had. Yeah, this one seems mean.
Because of this, they are found solely around human-populated areas. The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages.
Oh, great. Yeah, go on.
In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl.
Okay.
They closely resemble their trimming relatives, but are thin, sleek, and only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow. Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life.
Of course, yep.
Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning.
Just a lanky
its
human.
Its style changes and becomes much more complicated. It now stalks and feeds only on humans. It will locate human-populated area and begin its search for an easy target.
That's great, yeah.
To
Lovely.
blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing, mannequins, and furniture.
Nice.
Once a target has been found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night. Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute and immediately begin consumption. Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest its meal.
Look at that, hang on. Compare that to a tree. 9 feet? I'm saying that's easily like 9 feet.
In the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or...
That scared the shit out of me, man. See, I have a window right here. I really thought there was just like a little knock, because the curtains are closed. And I was like, what the hell? Because if we're being really descriptive, I'm on the 2nd floor. So if someone's climbing up here and going... Scary! Sorry, that really genuinely just scared the daylights out of me. Let's go.
Or startle prey into cornering themselves.
Yep.
Once a human is in place, it will swiftly attack.
It's so much bigger, look. 9 feet, easily 9 feet, easily.
Helpless target.
Ooh. Okay. We actually get to see it. Ooh, don't like that. Yeah. You hide. Good idea. Turn the flashlight off, though. This thing's aggressive. It's aggressive, man. It's not even trying to play the friendly game. Bro, you got to turn your flashlight off, man. Oh, it's a little bit... It's too quiet now. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. much. Oh my god. Oh. Oh wow. Wow, hang on, they weren't kidding. Did you see the size of that hand? Yo, look at the size. Like, I know it said extended fingers, but that's like... those are extended. Does it, like, turn into humans? Or, like, mimic their behaviors?
The next stage of the mimic's life cycle has two
morphing,
potential
yeah?
morphs it may develop into.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay.
If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it will develop more human-like features. It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being. It now can blend entirely into civilization and lure other humans more effectively. The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter. Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coating of a flexible skin, which is highly durable.
Can we get like a photo of this?
In strength the more the elder mimic consumes. This excludes the face, which is now coated in a pale pink skin.
Wow, look at the size of that thing, alright.
Also move deeper into the mimic's throat, leaving its mouth a toothless grin.
So you really have to get right up in there to start getting gnawed on.
This is the dark hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet.
Great.
Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter. Here are the instructions.
Okay, let's hear them.
1.
Oh, sorry, for a second there I thought it was going to be like a blank screen and then it moves on.
Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings.
Yep. But it doesn't matter, it can eat multiple people.
Mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local...
Oh yeah, quietly. Hang on, like this, yeah, ready? Just gonna... Just quietly leaving. Oh, it's still there? Alright, hang on. Oh, what sort of bollocks is that?
3. If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route. 4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5.
Oh, what, distractions, yeah?
If you have a weapon, do not use it. A mimic is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not effective enough to bring it down in time. Instead, use it as a barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks. 6. In a situation where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area, and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture. A mimic will not linger too long to search for prey, and will move...
Hang on, that's a load of rubbish. Because I just saw it linger and look for prey. I mean, in fairness, this bellend did have his flashlight on, but it's very much lingering here. Like, look, that's a full 2 minutes lingering. And then he's got his long ass hands, man, that no one wanted to see.
And avoid any encounters with a mimic at all costs.
I'll try. Thanks for that.
The Harvester.
The Harvester? Oh, lovely. ASMR with the mimic, everyone. Wow, that was really special. Got to say, the production value on this is really good. Right, so do we want to watch the crawls? I mean, it looks like a tree. Or do we want to look at the trimmings? Okay, last one, we're going to look at trimmings. I'm not sure what the hell these things are, but they look kind of cool. Example A.
Trimmings are small animals that round head, small eyes, nose and ear holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs.
No, they just look nasty, man.
Trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape.
Oh yeah, I bet they're
number of
unique.
limbs,
Look at them.
and other characteristics. One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length.
Wow.
Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume.
Of course, why not?
Although it is
Oh,
an omnivore,
don't do that.
being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables,
Roots, seeds, insects,
and
dead
deceased
animals. Okay.
Although its appearance is unsightly, it is a coward.
Like, look at that. Imagine going into the bathroom, going to have a shit, you turn your phone light on, and you see in the corner this little thing just crouching. Nasty.
Creature, only fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened. Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain,
okay.
making it.
I know I just bullied it, but now I actually feel kind of bad for it. Like, look at it. It looks really upset, and it can't do anything. I mean, it's kind of peak, but it's like kind of sad at the same time.
Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the case.
Oh, it's
The
not?
crawl constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes, keeping up their numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crawl. Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years.
See, that's alright. That's reasonable.
Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests, due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night.
They just look like really
Besides all
ugly
of this,
spiders.
some people still keep trimmings as pets and relatively domesticate them. Nuisance or not, trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers to their skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold.
Oh yeah.
Then,
You know, I know I just mocked, like, if it being, because it is disgusting, you know, but, like, at the same time, I could kind of see the appeal to have it as a pet, but, like a pity pet, you know, because you're like, oh, I feel bad for it. I feel like that's the only reasonable reason to have one as a pet. Because I have 3 cats, I'd be kind of scared that it was going to, like, eat my cats. So I know it says dead animals, but does it actually mean that? Okay, well that was kind of cool. It sort of introduced us to all of these different new species that have apparently moved onto Earth. But no, they've got like really cool like traits and characteristics, you know, trimmings, meat snake, mimics. You know, some are definitely more friendly than others, but no, it's definitely, it's quite interesting to just research about it. Whoever made this has got a really good imagination, and they've actually executed it really well. Like, it's relatively simple, but effective. This has been Vita Carnis. If you guys did, of course, enjoy this video, make sure to leave that like rating down below, and of course, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!